Well, about my school, one really aspect that stood out to me is how the teachers show a relationship with the students at the school. It's really kind of, they're sheltering them, and they really want them to have the best explanation of all the subjects they teach. They want them to have the best experience in the class. Not really that much. I'm just considering trying to go with my interests and the things I love. So, music is something I'm really invested in, also performing arts, and maybe even mass communications because I have a really great speaking voice, and I think that I can convey things to other people, or news, or just generally several different topics. And those are just considering majors and minors. I'm not entirely sure about a college, but I think once I decide my major, I'm gonna think of a school that is really good. Courses going around that, and I'm just gonna try to go to the best college that helps what I want to do. But I don't want to. I'm not gonna do a job just for the money. I'm gonna really just try to focus on what I'm interested in doing in life.
Now, you're involved in?
Outside of school, I've been doing Thibodeaux Playhouse and acting for about 4 years now. It's going to be my fourth summer doing it, coming up on this one. I've also been enrolled in a piano class with Miss Michelle Perro for about 2 years. I know it's kind of a bad take because it's not very popular around here, but I am an avid hockey fan. I do spend time dedicated to watching games, and occasionally twice a year I can go to an actual arena and see something live. And in school, I'm in the 4-H club and band, which is great because it's a bunch of other students, and they're all just coming together to make one song as one piece. So band's really just something I can confide in because it's people working together, and that's what I really like about it.
I know.
Okay, so I've been eligible for 2 years, and I've won for 2 years in my school. I've exceeded in the preliminary rounds, which is just questions so you can get to the finals. I've gotten all of them correct, at least in the school level, and I've made it to state twice. Last year, I did not make it into the top 10, which is the finalist to have a chance to go to nationals. But this year, I did make it to the finals. I tied for 6th in the end, but I don't see it as a loss in any way. Just to make it to state was kind of a success in my eyes. So. I've heard a lot of stories about this school from my older brother and things that are left out from coming up from elementary school. And I think the thing I'm going to miss is the organization because I love being in control of things. And at St. Joseph, it's kind of they take you to a class, take you to another one. Anyway, you're kind of freelance. And that's something I'm kind of afraid. I'm pretty sure I'll adapt to it. But still, I just do kind of like following a schedule more. So that's something that I'm definitely going to be longing for once I come to E.D. White.
Okay. At church.
It's kind of a culture because if you're going to a Catholic school and we have masses every Friday, there are some kids that just don't get invested and they just sit in the gym for an hour, and that's what they get out of mass. But I feel like that's what you shouldn't do. The school is trying to expose those kids, and I know there are people in my grade who don't go to mass every weekend. The school's just trying to expose them to something of the Catholic faith and something relating to so they can grow. I definitely would be because that's what your path is in life, and that's what he's wanting you to do. And I've always tried to listen to God, but I've been to all these retreats and them talking about their stories. I know it definitely could happen, but I don't think I've had anything related to that yet in my life.